If you live in New York City, you've probably felt it. Something's shifted. Zohran Mamdani just became the next mayor of New York City, and depending on who you ask, that's either a fresh start or the final straw. For some, it represents a major political change. For others, it's confirmation that the city they once loved isn't the same anymore. And for a growing number of people, this feels like the push they needed to finally take action and move out of the city. I'm not here to debate politics, but I'm here to talk about why so many New Yorkers are ready for change and why Fairfield County, Connecticut is where so many of them are landing. Hi, I'm Chris Giolitto, a Fairfield County real estate agent and lifelong local, and I help people make the move from city life to something that feels more grounded, more balanced, and still connected to everything you love about New York. Right now, Fairfield County might just be the answer you've been looking for. This election didn't create frustration. It revealed it. Over the last few years, hundreds of thousands of New Yorkers have already left. But with the direction of the city now shifting even further left politically, many high-earning professionals, small business owners, and families are saying, that's it, I can't do this anymore. The biggest concerns are taxes, regulation, cost of living, public safety, education, and feeling that for all the money people spend to live in New York, the return on quality of life keeps shrinking. People are working harder than ever, paying more than ever, and getting less in return. At the same time, their options have changed. Remote and hybrid work aren't just trends anymore, they're normal. For many, there's no longer a real reason to be physically in the city every day. And if you don't have to be there, the question becomes, why stay? Here's where Fairfield County comes in. Because for the kind of person who's feeling frustrated, uncertain, or just ready for a higher quality of life, this region solves nearly every pain point that's driving people out of New York right now. First, the financial equation finally makes sense again. New York's taxes and cost of living have reached record levels. Even if you're making great money, it doesn't stretch far. Between city and state taxes, rent or mortgage payments, utilities, and childcare, it's no wonder families are feeling trapped. In Fairfield County, that same income goes further. Homes aren't cheap, but what you get for your dollar is dramatically different. Instead of a 1,200 square foot apartment with paper thin walls, you could own a 3,000 square foot home with a yard, an office, and a garage. And if you're coming from Manhattan, Brooklyn, or parts of Queens, the property tax rates and overall cost of living can feel like a breath of fresh air. The average effective property tax rate in Connecticut is high by national standards. When you factor in no city income tax, lower car insurance, lower sales tax, and the ability to own instead of rent, many people find they're actually saving money long term. It's not just a financial trade, it's a value upgrade. Next, you gain physical and mental space. In New York, you measure life in square feet and subway stops. In Fairfield County, you measure it in breathing room. Most of the people I help move here say the same thing. I didn't realize how tense I was until I left. It's the sound of quiet mornings, the backyard where your kids can play, the ability to park in your own driveway. For remote and hybrid workers, it's having a real home office instead of a kitchen table setup. And for families at schools you actually feel good about sending your kids to. And for everyone, it's just less chaos. You can still have the energy of New York within reach, but you get to decide when to experience it. The commute actually works. Fairfield County is one of the few regions outside of New York that truly blends suburban living with realistic city access. From towns like Stamford, Norwalk, Darien, Fairfield, and Westport, you can hop on the Metro North and be in Manhattan in about an hour. If you're working in finance, tech, media, or law, or if you run your own business but need to be in the city a few days a week, this setup is ideal. You don't have to uproot your career to upgrade your lifestyle. And for those who travel often, you're closer to major hubs like Westchester Airport, LaGuardia, and even JFK. Whether you're heading into the office or hopping on a flight, you're connected. You can also raise a family the way you would imagine. One of the biggest reasons people leave New York is family life. The data show that households with young kids are twice as likely to move out of the city as those without. Raising kids in a place where playgrounds are packed, private schools cost six figures, and every errand feels like a battle eventually wears you down. Fairfield County flips that script. You'll find some of the best public schools in the country here with strong academic programs, sports, arts, and safe neighborhoods. Your kids can walk or bike to school, they can play in a yard, they can join local sports teams or community events without you sitting in 2 hours of traffic. And for parents, there's a sense of calm. You can breathe again knowing your kids are in a good environment. Another thing that surprises most New Yorkers when they move is that Fairfield County isn't sleepy. It's sophisticated. Downtown Westport has restaurants that rival the cities, from Kaiwani to the Welk. Stamford has a growing food and nightlife scene with places like Sign of the Whale and Prime. Norwalk's South Norwalk district is packed with bars, galleries, and shops. You've got farmers markets, live music, and even direct Amtrak connections to Boston and DC. So you don't lose the energy you love about the city, you just trade skyscrapers for sunsets and honking horns for birds in the morning. You also get safety, stability, and community. Safety has become a bigger concern for many people in the city. Fairfield County towns routinely rank among the safest in the entire country. Crime rates are low, police departments are well funded, and communities are tight-knit. That stability extends to daily life too. Schools run on time, trash gets picked up, roads get cleared after a snowstorm. You feel like your local government is working for you, and that's part of what people are craving right now. Predictability. After years of political and economic uncertainty, people want a place that just works. For many, moving is also about protecting their long-term financial future. Many of the New Yorkers thinking about leaving after Mom Donnie's win aren't doing it just for quality of life, but for wealth preservation. If you own a business, invest in real estate, or have significant income, the potential policy changes around taxation and housing regulation could directly affect you. In Connecticut, while taxes aren't non-existent, the policies tend to be more balanced for high-income earners and property owners. You get stability without feeling like you're constantly one legislative change away from losing control of your finances. That's huge for people planning for the next 10 or 20 years of their life. And moving here doesn't mean giving up opportunity. It actually expands it. You're still in the New York metro area, surrounded by some of the highest earning professionals and most influential industries in the country. You can build new networks, meet people who left the city for the same reasons you're thinking about, and find new professional paths while maintaining your old ones. It's the rare move that gives you more options, not fewer. Each town offers something unique as well. Greenwich gives you luxury, private schools, and proximity to Westchester and the city. Darien and New Canaan are top picks for families looking for safety and elite schools. Westport has a creative beach town vibe with great restaurants and coastal living. Fairfield blends college town energy with small town charm and walkable downtown life. Norwalk is diverse, growing fast, and ideal for commuters with its multiple train stations. Wilton, Weston, and Ridgefield give you that quiet rural feel without the isolation. No matter your lifestyle, there's a fit, and you're not alone. Since the pandemic, Fairfield County has quietly become one of the biggest relocation destinations for New Yorkers. According to moving data, it's consistently among the top 5 counties New Yorkers are heading to. Many who came during COVID never left. They discovered that life outside the city wasn't a downgrade, it was an upgrade. Now, with Mamdani in office and more uncertainty ahead, this trend is expected to accelerate. So if you're thinking about it, you're not alone. And you're not early, you're just catching the next wave. Look, I'm not here to tell anyone to love or hate New York. It's one of the greatest cities in the world, and it always will be. But it's okay to admit that it might not be the best place for you at the moment. If you've worked hard, built your career, and are ready to live somewhere that gives back a little bit more than it takes, Fairfield County is worth exploring. You can still be close to the city, you can still chase opportunity, you can get it done with more space, more peace, and more control over your life. If you found this helpful, hit the like button and subscribe. I post weekly videos about living in Fairfield County, what's happening in our housing market, and what life really feels like here so you can decide if it's the right fit for you. I'm Chris Giolitto, Fairfield County real estate agent, helping New Yorkers find their next chapter. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.